The story begins on a quiet evening in the small town of Derry. Inside the local movie theater, a young child named Maddie is trying to sneak in, hoping to catch a show. But she isn't as sneaky as she thinks. The theater attendant catches a glimpse of her. Panicked, Maddie ducks into the lobby to hide. From her hiding spot, she hears the attendant calling out to his daughter, Ronnie, asking, "Did you see Maddie?" A girl named Tony spots Maddie trembling behind the concession stands. In a moment of pure kindness, Tony decides to protect her. She lies to her father, pointing in the opposite direction and saying, "The child went that way." This gives Maddie the chance she needs to bolt out of the theater and run. Soon, we see Maddie on the lonely road leading out of town. She's been running for so long that she's almost reached the city limits. Just then, a car pulls over. A family is inside, a man and a woman who look concerned to see a child all alone on the dark road. The woman gently asks if she needs a lift, and the man, looking a bit upset by the situation, says, "Come on, I'll drop you off at your parents' house." Maddie climbs into the back seat, her voice small but firm. "I don't want to go to my parents' house," she says. "I don't even want to be in Derry. You guys can take me anywhere else." The lady smiles, trying to lighten the mood. "Oh, then you're lucky. We're headed to Portland. I'll take you there with us." Maddie settles in between the couple's other children, but the vibe in the car is off. It feels strange. Suddenly, the daughter opens a plastic box. Inside is a raw liver, something taken from an animal. The sight makes Maddie feel physically sick, but things get worse. The girl starts poking her fingers into the organ, sniffing it, and then tries to force Maddie to smell it too. It's a nightmare in a cramped back seat. Meanwhile, the mother acts like everything is normal, calmly giving her son a spelling test, as if they aren't transporting a tray of guts. Then, Maddie looks out the window and realizes something terrifying. The car is turning back toward Derry. "They aren't going to Portland at all. Stop the car," she shouts, but the doors are locked. The man ignores her. In a desperate move, Maddie lunges for the steering wheel, trying to force the car to stop, but the family overpowers her and shoves her back. The children start chanting chilling words. "Death! Murder!" over and over. The woman, who is heavily pregnant, suddenly screams in agony. This isn't normal labor. Her body begins to tear apart, and instead of a human baby, a monstrosity emerges. It's a creature with 2 human heads, sharp, bird-like claws, and leathery bat wings. It's a freak of nature. The creature immediately starts flapping around the car, crashing into the glass. Terrified out of her mind, poor Maddie can only shove her pacifier into her mouth and cover her ears, closing her eyes tight against the horror. The camera cuts to the outside of the car. A window shatters, and Maddie's pacifier falls out, landing in the water below. As the pacifier floats away, the season's title card fades in. 4 months later, life in Derry has moved on, but a dark cloud remains. We see a plane landing at the Derry Air Force Base. Out step Major Lee and Captain Paulie Rosso. They are briefed on their new post. This base is just 7 hours away from the Subet base, making it the first line of defense. Their conversation is heavy with secrets. They're working on something called a special project that feels more like a warning than a mission. At the local high school, we meet Lily. For her, school is a battlefield. The other kids are cruel, whispering "psycho" as she walks by. When she opens her locker, a prank goes off. Pickle jars are rigged to fall out and shatter. As the hallway erupts in mean-spirited laughter, Lily's few friends try to defend her, but the damage is done. Among the students are Phil and Teddy. They spend their time obsessing over the nearby airbase. Phil is convinced the military is hiding aliens and that World War III is right around the corner. He's so paranoid he tells Teddy there's no point in studying for their tests because the world might end anyway. Back at the base, we see the ugly side of the era. Some junior officers try to disrespect Major Lee because he is black, but they are quickly put in their place. Later, Phil and his friends start talking about Maddie again. It's been 4 months, and there's no sign of her. The police think she just ran away, but the guilt is eating at the boys. Phil's dad reminds him that Maddie left the house angry because of them. They had forgotten her birthday party even after their mom gave them candy to go. "Maddie can't be brought back by living in the past," his dad says coldly. "Drop it." But Lily can't drop it. In her bathroom, she holds a piece of a bracelet and remembers a secret hideout, an old tower viewing deck where Maddie once took her. Maddie had given her a turtle shard there and told her it was their secret. Back in the present, Lily's mother interrupts her thoughts. "Get ready," she says. Tomorrow, we visit your father's grave. It's been a year since he passed, and Lily is drowning in grief. Her mother tries to be strong, telling her that everyone has sorrows and she must live normally. As soon as her mother leaves, Lily turns on the water and she hears it, Maddie's voice. He's singing the same song from the beginning of the story. Lily is terrified but hopeful. "Maddie, come home!" she cries into the drain. The voice replies, "They're not letting me come home." Then, blood-soaked fingers reach out from the drain. Lily screams. The next day, Lily tells her friend Marge what happened. Marge knows Lily doesn't lie, but she's worried. "Don't tell anyone else," Marge warns. "People already think you're crazy. They'll send you back to the hospital." That evening, Lily meets Phil and Teddy at the old tower. She tells them everything. They don't believe her at first. Meanwhile, Major Lee meets with General Cho. It turns out Lee was brought to Derry to finish work. He started during the Korean War, specifically to test a new B-52 jet for a potential strike. At Teddy's house, dinner is tense. Teddy asks his father if a child could be kept prisoner underground. His father, a Holocaust survivor, snaps at him. He tells Teddy that their people have seen real horror, thousands murdered, and that Teddy needs to move past the trauma of a missing friend and focus on school. Teddy goes to his room, but the shadows are waiting. His lamp flickers out. In the dark, the lampshade transforms. It's covered in the mutilated, screaming faces of Jewish leaders. Teddy kicks the lamp away and hides under his desk, sobbing as the faces shriek at him. When his brother walks in, the lights come back on and the lamp is back on the nightstand. Teddy, the brave one, is found shivering under the furniture. The next day, Teddy meets Lily and Phil. He's so shaken he's physically vomiting. They finally believe each other. They go to the library to investigate and find a news clipping. Maddie was last seen by a 12-year-old boy and his father. The police have officially declared it a homicide, blaming the family. But the kids know better. They decide to find Ronnie, the girl from the theater. When they show up at her house, Ronnie's father angrily chases them away, yelling that the police already accuse them. As they walk away, Lily begins to sing the song she heard in the drain. Ronnie stops in her tracks. "I know where she heard that," she whispers. Elsewhere, Major Lee is ambushed by two men in gas masks. They want the specs for the B-52. Lee fights them off like a hero, and Captain Russo arrives just in time to shoot the attackers. The next day, Ronnie takes the kids to the abandoned movie theater. They break in, and Ronnie plays the film Maddie had been watching. Suddenly, Maddie appears on the screen. She's holding a baby. The kids realize they are looking into a spiritual world. They beg Maddie to come back, but something is wrong. Maddie looks up, and a dark, demonic smile spreads across her face. She hurls the baby at the screen. The screen rips open. The creature, the two-headed bat monster, bursts into the real world. It attacks. Phil and Teddy are brutally torn apart before Lily's eyes. Teddy's blood splatters across Lily's face. She hides under the seats, reaching out to grab the hand of Teddy's little sister, who was also hiding. But the creature finds the girl and kills her too. Lily and Ronnie manage to flee, locking the creature inside the theater. They collapse in each other's arms, sobbing. But when Ronnie looks at Lily, she realizes Lily is still holding a severed hand. Lily screams and wakes up. It was a dream, or was it? Outside, the police are swarming. 3 more children have vanished. It wasn't a dream, it was a premonition. Only Lily and Ronnie know the truth, but they are paralyzed by shock. Life at school becomes a living hell. Lily is a ghost. Her old friend Marge has abandoned her to join a cool clique. Major Lee's son, Will, starts at the school and gets bullied immediately, though he finds one sympathetic soul to help him. Major Lee discovers the attackers from before weren't spies. They were his own fellow soldiers who attacked him out of racism. General Cho isn't surprised. He tells Lee it was a test of bravery and invites him into the true inner circle. The US is racing against other powers to find an ancient energy buried under Derry. Ronnie's mental state is fracturing. She hallucinates her bed turning into a literal womb of blood. Her mother appears, accusing her of the children's deaths, and a yellow-eyed monster tries to pull her under. The police, meanwhile, are under pressure. They are fighting with the military over excavation sites in town. They think there's a weapon underground. They have no idea it's something much older. Lily is finally pushed over the edge. While grocery shopping, she sees her dead friends on cereal boxes and her father's rotting head inside a pickle jar. She screams and collapses in the aisle. Everyone watches, confirmed in their belief that she's psycho. She is hauled off to a psychiatric hospital. The episode ends with soldiers digging in the outskirts of town. They unearth a car from the 1930s with skeletons still inside. They think they found a clue to the power they seek.